Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the #1 podcast. I'm your host, Gabrielle Moses.
And Chase demoor.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Something very exciting is coming up on August 10th. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. There's something sitting right in front of me. It might have to do with boxing, and it might be in Miami, Florida. But Chase is sitting right next to me with his opponent, Nick Knack, and I will let him introduce himself to you guys.
Hello, everybody. I go by Nick Knack Paddywhack, a.k.a. Nicholas Joseph, a.k.a. Mr. Him, a.k.a. future champion of whatever card I'm fighting on, a.k.a. the better boxer, a.k.a. him staring at me right now. It don't matter what it is a.k.a. that guy.
A.k.a. my son, Nicholas. It was Father's Day recently, so I didn't get a text from you, so make sure you're on top of that.
Well, I always, I'm a deadbeat to all my kids, so either you're in the toilet or you're just, on a towel. So, but I'm surprised you made it.
Don't worry. When you're a deadbeat on the ground too, they'll come get you. Don't you worry about that.
All right, cool.
So Chase, how are you feeling sitting right across from your soon-to-be opponent?
It's just a matter of time. Nick and I, we've been in the same room many times. We've had numerous opportunities, and it's only right. It was Father's Day yesterday, and normally I'm used to my sons giving me a gift, but today I brought my son a very special gift, a mini gift actually. So I got you a gift here, Nick Knack. Go ahead and open that up just for you.
There's a hole right here. Did you poke something in it? Did you get excited?
Don't you worry about that.
Did you get excited?
The diameter is all that's matter.
All right. I don't want a snake to pop out.
Nothing's going to pop out of that.
It's safe.
It's safe, I promise. I'll give you my word. You might be wondering what those are right there. Do you know what those are?
Well, these are, all right. So the bag was sticking to the top. It kind of scared me. These are boxing gloves. It says only the best for the athlete.
Right. So those gloves right there, those gloves are the gloves I used to whoop the guy that whooped your ass last time. Those are the gloves I knocked Minicon out in. And so I just wanted to hand those over to you so you know what it's like to know that you got to fight the guy that whooped your ass.
Smells horrible. Did you clean them first?
They still got his sweat and blood on it, so don't you worry about it.
You know what? I'm going to take these gloves. I'm going to frame them.
That's a gift for you.
And then when I win, I'm going to have the guy come from backstage like it's wrestling. Like Undertaker music play with him, go duck doom.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy's going to run out with these gloves and give them to me and be like, as a trophy for me whooping your ass.
It's all right. And look, I got you some more gifts. I know you don't take fight camp too seriously, so I got you a couple more gifts to go along with your extensive training program.
Why nobody told me was bringing gifts? Well, I feel bad not getting my...
Don't worry. I always like to...
No, I told you.
I got to feed my girls something, when they get upset, I bring them gifts. I'm a gift-giving type of guy.
So I told Chase, I said, I'm fasting, and I don't want nothing but water. And I'm not going to be able to eat when I'm on the show. I said, bro, just bring me some gummy bears. That's all I asked for. I didn't ask for this big bag. You're basically trying to call me fat, and that's very sexist.
So I actually saw your twin brother on the front of it right there. So I just decided.
So all black people look like bears. Okay.
This is why I'm sitting in between you guys.
So I brought you some gifts today just because, it's all fair in love and war. And, I read that book, The Art of War, and the first rule says you never turn your back to the water. So I wanted to go ahead and move that away from me and put it right next to you and let you know, I'm here to burn the boats. And, come August 10th, you're gonna really find out that those gummy bears are going to be your only friend.
Every time you talk, I just think it's like a double entendre because I don't know what it stands for. Like, I have to really sit next to Kendrick Lamar and try to decipher everything you say just now because that's really tough. Like I don't know whether I don't know if to take it as a compliment or like a diss. Like I had to move water away from me and walk on it and split away from it like Moses. I
don't even know what a tundrum is, but listen.
It's a word that got double meaning. Like if I was to say these bars are citizen, like I got bars, citizen, like it's a bar within a bar. Like if I was to,
but I'm not a rapper.
Yeah, that's a double entendre. I say a rhyme, but I say I'm not a rapper. I'm actually a rapper that rhymes. So it's a double entendre.
Well, I come with the super hot and bring the fire right after.
You just said a whole lot of nothing. I don't think that was a. I get the bar though, but that's not a double entendre.
Okay, well let's get back to boxing. Both of you two have a very extensive fight history. Knick-knack, you first. So whenever you're preparing for this upcoming fight, are you going to be watching any of his past fights?
I do not like to watch people lose. I've watched the winners that win.
So you watched the fight that he just beat the man that.
To be honest, that's my first time watching that fight because after me and Minicon ended our beef, I was like, I'll be supportive. I mean, like, you got to get a win other than me. So it's like by him and Minicon both being in the same boat, being their own enemy with losing. I was like, I guess I could watch two losers fight. They got to be one winner. You know what I'm saying? So I watched it,
Did
and
you predict the winner?
to be honest, I thought Minicon was gonna win. The reason why I thought Minicon was win because Minicon normally takes everything serious when he fights or whatever, especially when he fights somebody that he's normally fighting every day. I thought Minicon would get the best of him because they always had training camp together, but I guess he didn't take Chase serious. Chase went in there and handled business.
Yes, you did. That's for sure.
Well, it's no secret here. There was 3 people on this entire planet that knew how that fight was going to turn out. It was going to be myself, Minicon, and Gabrielle here. We did have an extensive fight camp together, and you're very correct in the sense of, like, Minicon, he was a very formidable opponent when I first started boxing. He was actually kicking the shit out of me a lot when I first, got the gloves on. But, the difference between me and Minicon is like I become obsessed. I'm an obsessive type of person, and I became obsessed with the sport of boxing. And so what was Minicon was, on the bag, training every day, this and that. I was going from one gym to another gym, training with pros, watching tape. I was losing sleep. I was up doing this thing. And, the last time me and Minicon spar, I actually knocked Minicon out in the spar. And he forgot to tell that part of the story going into that. And he just posted the clips of him hitting me. But
oh yeah, he never gives
mention that.
He never gives me details. When people tell a story, they always tell one side.
One side.
But I went into it because one, I didn't know you, Chase. I don't know you at all. I'm not familiar with your work, but I'm familiar with it now. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I see Minicon, be like me and Minicon shooting content and being around each other, I know what type of person he is. So I figured he would have took it serious and at least tried to get the fight over with.
He did take it very serious, but here's the thing: is like with Minicon, the thing with Minicon is Minicon fights very tough opponents. He fought, obviously yourself. He fought Arms. It kind of like when I'm talking about like this fight in particular. I think where you said Minicon takes fight serious. The thing is when we went into that fight, it was everybody in the world thought Minicon was going to kick my ass, and everybody thought, the level difference. People were telling me not to take that fight left and right. And in my head, I'm like, I know what I'm capable of, and I know the type of work and the effort that I'm putting in, and I'm not taking anything away from Minicon. But, with that being said, at the end of the day, boxing is a sport. It is all love at the end of the day. And, one guy gets his hand raised, one guy doesn't, and doesn't mean you're the better fighter, better boxer, more tougher guy. It just means you were just better in that moment at that night. And so, when she was asking the question of, have I watched any of these other fights, I've watched your fight with Minicon to a T. I can tell you exactly what you did from the opening round when you came out blazing to when you spit out your mouth guard to catch your win to...
Wait. To answer that, it was the wintertime. I was sick. So every time you saw me spit up my mouthpiece, it was me coughing. I tried to hold it in.
We fought in March.
When I fought Minicon. I fought Minicon in November.
Yeah,
it was cold. It was in Austin. Like, I already had the flu and everything. Every time I tried to hold my mouthpiece in, it'd be like, I feel like I'm about to throw it. It was hard to cough with a mouthpiece in your mouth. I didn't know about the dentist creating a mouthpiece for your mouth to where they could just stick to the top of your mouth. My mouthpiece was straight from Academy. And it was hard to breathe.
You boiled it in the hot water.
I boiled it in the hot water.
It was just Dick's Sporting Goods and got a mouthpiece.
So maybe for the next fight, you'll do that.
But believe it or not, that was my first fight. So I didn't know what I was doing. My first fight, I thought I had, when ma'am said, bro, can you get down to at least 280, 270? I was 320. So my whole thought process was go get a box Ross sauna suit, go run 2 miles every day, then go sit in the sauna for 35 minutes. I lost damn near 35 pounds. My face was skinny. I was drained. I was lightheaded. Every time I threw a punch, I was tired.
What's your weight at right now?
About 290. 290. But I don't want to do what I did last time.
Yeah.
I want to just, if we both heavyweights and we fight, I'm gonna train how I gotta train so I can be prepared how I gotta be prepared for it.
You're 290 right now?
Yeah.
How much do you think I weigh?
About 240, 220.
About
That's a
240
25
to 220.
Bro, you gotta give light skins with no facial hair the benefit of the doubt. Because all the facial hair on me is really just making me heavy. That's what all the weight is.
I think it's glued on. I think
It's glued on.
I think you went and got, what's that? The Mia, when you put the little water on it and it grows. I think
You know the chia pet?
Yeah.
Switch it to chia.
Yeah, that's what you did.
You look like a chia pet with your hair like that.
Listen, don't you worry, because the ladies love the too hot to handle vibes. You know what I mean? Love Island
Yeah.
extraordinaire.
Yeah, the ladies love it.
Well, for this next fight coming up, Nick Nack, what are you doing to prepare for your fight?
So I'm actually doing a lot of more intensity training. I'm actually training my hands to be faster than my feet. I'm actually hitting a bag more, like just really just punching more till my arms get tired. You know how it is. Doing push-ups, sit-ups, running 3 miles here and there, fasting, just eating right, not eating those spicy foods type thing. Just trying to be healthy for the fight so I can have more stamina, endurance, and last long in the ring.
Were you in any sports growing up?
Oh yeah, I was in a few.
That's like
Football.
dunk a basketball at 5'6". That's crazy.
I was not 5'6", man. But hey, that's good. No, I actually played basketball from 12 to like 19, football from like 15 to 17. I could have made it if I would have stayed at this high school I was going to. There was a football caliber school, but I wanted to play basketball because I felt better at that sport. But I was better at football, so it was bigger.
No.
Baseball. I never did hockey. Never
Okay,
did
so you
tennis.
come from a very athletic background.
Yeah, I'm very athletic, so that's why you see my build the way I am. Also, if you see the gut, it's because I have a military body. It's just our arms, and our legs, they stay firm, but our stomach just push out a little bit. So that I got abs.
It's just protected.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
No, of
Military
course.
body.
A military body.
Yeah, I got out in 2019, so it's really just
Yeah, exactly. Chase, and how are you going to be prepared for this upcoming fight?
Yeah, it's been intensive. I've been going to parties every night, loads of tequila,
it's trolling.
lots of gummy bears. I've been eating McDonald's. I didn't get my Big Mac today, but probably gonna get one of those right after
Right
this.
after.
Lots of naps. I've been running Call of Duty with the boys every night. It's been a really tough fight camp on me. I went and got a pedicure yesterday, and I was upset because my shoes were a little bit like chipped it a little bit. But typical ways that you improve for these fights. I think I'm gonna go to Spain this week. Gonna go party with the boys on a boat. And we're gonna show up.
Ain't you auditioning for a movie role, right?
Yeah, I'm blacked. There's a casting couch just over there, actually.
All right.
Yeah, you ever seen that?
You're not black though.
Mulatto is what we call it.
Mulatto.
We call it caramel cream.
I thought you was trying out for Blade, like Trinity, like the light skin version of Blade.
You talking about? Listen, I am the daywalker. I am the daywalker, but in the Misfits community, anytime they need me to come take care of a bad guy, they call me the Batman. I'm the vigilante. I'm the goer. I show up. He plays the bat symbol. He puts the bat symbol in the sky. Man's Taylor. I show up. I tap him on the cowboy hat and say, "I'm gonna go get the job done for you, little bro." Give him a quick little fist bump. Go handle business, and I'm on the flight back home on my next boat with my next shot of tequila in my hand.
I love that for you, King.
Okay, with all this crap talking going back and forth, how does Chase match up to your last opponent, Nick Nack?
They're both the same. They
Really?
both got the braids.
You got those gloves?
Yeah, I got the
same.
I got the glove, but look, they both got the same braids to the back with the little puff at the top. They're both like 6'5", muscular build, nice little chisel chin. You know what I'm saying? The Squidward face with the jawline.
Handsome Squidward.
And they both troll a lot. You know what I'm saying? So they're both one and the same. If they're not the black and light skinned version of Aunt Vivian, I don't know what they are because that's.
We're Cheech and Chong, actually. We're yin and yang, except I'm the dark one, whatever yin or yang that is.
I mean, y'all both colors are different. Y'all both would definitely be a yin and yang. It doesn't matter. But it's definitely giving dark skin and light skin Aunt Vivian.
And Chase, how do you think that Nick Nack is matching up compared to your last fight?
Yeah, you know what? It's tough because I watched Nick Nack's fight with Minicon, and like I said, he did come out blazing. And I had Nick winning that fight all the way up until he got tired. So it's like where his gas tank is at is really going to depict.
But did you see the scorecard though? I was winning damn near every round.
I said that. I said you were winning up until you got tired.
Rooting for you.
Tell her how I lost.
I know how you lost.
Oh, you knew already.
She what?
I watched
I
it.
got disqualified.
Yep, for
Excessive exhaustion.
Yes, exhaustion.
Exhaustion, or because they told me it was clinching too much.
No, they DQ'd you. It says excessive exhaustion.
Yes, I did see that.
You know, the internet switch up every month. I swear to God.
Change it up.
Switch up.
They had to get the hydrogen tank in there. And then the last two fights I've seen Minicon fight, obviously he fought you and you were tired. And then he fought, who was it? The steroid boy, Arms Corleone. He had to get medically removed out of there. And I was sitting there thinking, like, maybe Minicon has just got this cardio of a king, but, I went in there and whooped his ass really quick. And so I didn't really feel that. But, when you talk about where does Nick compare to that, I don't ever take a heavyweight fight lightly.
Heavyweights are different.
You won't be able to push me around like you did him in the ring.
Yeah, Nick, you play football before, I mean?
Yeah, I play football.
So yeah, you understand how weight transfers work. You understand it might be a little bit different because I'm gonna lean on him. He's gonna be like, this boy's light, But the difference between Nick and a lot of other guys is I just got to gas Nick out. That's what the plan is. We're gonna go in there, and I'm telling Mams I want to fight 8 rounds. He's not gonna ever sanction.
Why would he want to do 8 rounds? I'm gonna tire out by the 6.
Exactly.
That's the play. You don't muscles don't win fights. He's got a lot more muscle than me. He's got thicker legs than me. Pause. But I think that going into this fight, I'd be a fool if I went in there and I thought it was just going to be a field day. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to prepare for him like I'm preparing for anybody else. And I've said this before, time and time again. Nick is getting an opportunity to fight the #1 contender. I don't know where he ranks on the heavyweights listing, but he beats me. That's a big road for him. That opens a lot of doors for him, and I think he understands that fully. And if I went in there taking it as a joke and I go in there and I get my ass clocked, then here's the thing: it's not an easy fight, Gabrielle, but I'm gonna make the fight look easy.
And what's your game plan going into it? We just heard chases.
Oh man, I mean, everybody thinks that I tire easy because I'm big, I'm cocky, I'm buff, I'm sexy, I'm handsome, my hair long. You know what I'm saying?
Hair long, money, but pockets big.
The whole thing is, man, I've been training against wrestlers. Like every time I throw a punch, they got to grab on me. I have to push them back because we actually prepare for whenever Chase does clinch. Because whenever Chase throws a punch, he don't like his face touched. He likes to come up front, and then we throw a punch. Somehow we all end up locking, and then it goes into a tug of war. So the whole game plan, bro, is really just to be prepared for when people are trying to tire me out. I don't get tired no more.
So is your cardio?
Oh, my cardio up.
Differently?
What? You got to see the stuff my coach got me doing. He got me throwing four jabs while jumping in the air and doing a 360 spin. I'm like, what does this got to do with anything?
Oh, I would love to see that.
It's building.
Do a 360 when we fight August 10th.
It wouldn't make no sense. I would only do a 360 as if like you're behind me and I have to jump, turn around, and then throw a punch. Right?
Is your coach is he still the same coach you had?
You talking about why? No.
That guy's a lunatic.
No, but that coach is a smart coach and his IQ is crazy. That's why he's
bipolar.
He's not bipolar. You just don't fuck with him. If you see how me and you are like arguing and going back and forth right now, he's gonna be on my side and be like, yeah, fuck that guy, Chase.
He'll be like yelling.
He's a weirdo. I smack him if I was younger. That's how he is. That's his warrior blood inside him. All coaches should be like that with their fighter. Because we take it as this business. We just look at it like, you're in my ways. I got to get past you to get to the champion. But they look at it as like, I don't care who you is. I'm going to smack you. If you even look at my fighter crazy, I'm going to smack you. So.
Are you taking him seriously right now, or what's going through your head?
I was just thinking about the McDonald's I'm about to go get right after this press conference.
So does that answer your question? You don't take me seriously?
I think a nice nap today will do me good. I'm like thinking in my head, like, man, then we're going to get through him. Then we go beat up Fat Boy Arts in Qatar, and then, get my belt back. I might retire from the sport of boxing, before I'm 29, so, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me, but all I know is his coach is a lunatic, and I hope he got a new one. That's all I'm saying.
Are you taking him serious right now?
Yeah, I flew way out here to the podcast.
You flew all the way.
Taking them serious. I take everything I do serious. Like, I'm not the jokester I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a boxer, but somehow I just can't stop being funny.
Are you wanting to get into the professional boxing space? What's your goal after this fight?
A little bit. Like, I want to take this more serious than what it is, but it just, that lifestyle of being a boxer, waking up, not being able to eat certain stuff, can't being able to make love to your wife, you know what I'm saying? Just all that mental stuff in your head. You got to build testosterone to go into a fight. It's tough doing that 4 times out of.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle that you have to prepare for. Like, I mean, I could do it, but it's just like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to have that white picket fence. I want to invite, people over and we do a party.
I can't wait to have my grandkids there running around. I get to show up. Hey guys, Grandpa Chase here. How's my son Nick doing today?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be invited.
I can't come to the cookout.
I'm not dressed like that.
I buy my clothes from the Matrix, man.
It's the summertime, man. You got on a sweatpants and a long sleeve.
Hey, when you a cold motherfucker like me, man, you gotta stay warm.
Nah, man, the hot boy always stay hot. That's why I got these shorts on, knees out. You can see a little ball to the side. You know what I'm saying? Got the little daddy shorts on.
Will be your best friend.
Well, you light skin, you can't get ashy.
Oh, that's crazy. That is it's safer.
You can't even grow a beard.
Well, that's it. Even why? Hey, we've been working on that for some time now. And listen, by the time August 10th rolls around, I'm gonna have a beard. I'm gonna walk to that press conference and be full face
Bearded.
hair.
You gonna have a beard?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't wait to see that.
I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like you got makeup on. I feel like you would have freckles underneath your glasses.
Freckles.
I really feel like you a ginger. You dyed your hair like this color so you could blend in.
Listen, they say gingers don't got souls, but listen, come August 10th, you're gonna find out who doesn't have a soul.
See, that's what I'm saying. He say stuff like that, and I gotta think deep. Like, is this a compliment? Because some people don't have souls. That means they find a soul mate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what if it's a compliment or not.
Well, how confident that at the end of the last round on August 10th, how confident are you that your hand's going to be raised? The victory.
How confident?
Yeah.
Oh, you want like a point scale?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like a 10 times out of 9.
Okay. Chase, what about you?
I didn't even know there was a scale to rate that on. All I'm assuming is once we get in there, we're gonna get the job done. We're gonna go home. You know. I said at the Minicon, you know, I'm the main character in this story, and everybody else is a side character. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna handle our business. I'm the Batman, of course, and the Batman always wins. You know, he's not no Bane. This guy's not the Joker. This guy, he might be the Joker actually. This guy's gonna go up there. He's gonna show up. He's gonna put on a great show. But I don't know if you've watched Ben Whittaker is his name. He does little dance moves in the boxing ring. I might go in there and do a little Doug.
Why we don't make that a thing? Why don't you have your boxing outfit be Batman and I have my boxing outfit be the Joker?
Oh, don't tell me that.
Joseph.
Don't you worry about that. I'll show up with the Batman, the whole getup.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna walk out with Harley and a bat and everything and my minions. I'm gonna really do it. I'm gonna come out with the hoodie on. It's gonna look like the actual Joker smile and everything.
Oh, that'll look pretty cool.
Just like every Batman.
The Joker has never lost to Batman. They're always sparring. Yes, he ends up in jail, but that's what the Joker wants to be, so he can start the next plot. The Joker could have easily killed.
Is it the name of the movie Batman, though?
Yes, because he's the protagonist. He's always the protagonist, but the villain. Why does the Joker always end up out of jail and doing something Batman don't like?
Who do you think the best villain in Batman is?
It's got to be the Joker.
I would argue to say it was Bane. Bane broke the Batman.
Yeah, he broke him, but he didn't kill Bane.
You think darkness is your ally?
Okay, well, we're not here to talk about movies.
Yeah,
but...
it definitely
Okay.
crazy.
So you said that you switched up your trainers. What gym are you fighting out of now?
I'm fighting at a undefeated boxing gym in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
You trained at Brick House, didn't you?
I never really trained at Brick House. I really went there for what it is, the house parties on Wednesdays, the spa.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you know,
So
spa
who's your
Wednesday.
coach now?
My coach now is Lawrence Blackwell.
Okay.
He's Golden Gloves champion and pro champion too in his past time, but he's my coach now.
That's amazing. And Chase, where are you fighting out of? Who's your coach?
We found out at Brick House. We got Coach Yogi. You know, Coach Yogi, he takes everything so serious. This guy is a dictator. You know, I might make the jokes and laugh a lot, but even in the Minicon fight with 3 knockdowns, he's still yelling at me in the corner. He's like, "Don't look over there. Look at me. Look at me. This is what we're doing. We got to get
Continue
the job
fighting.
done." You know, I mean, he's a dictator. He's ruthless. You know, I think Yogi should be Coach of the Year, to be honest with you, because he's got guys. You know, Dean, myself. You know, he trains Vampira. Vampira had a tough fight against Julia Poco, who has like an extensive amateur boxing.
So y'all left Jackrabbit?
We're not a Jackrabbit now. We don't.
No loyalty. Okay.
Oh, there's always been loyalty there, but
Oh no, I was just asking. I didn't.
It's a far drive.
Yeah, that is a.
We left about a year ago. We've been with Coach Yogi for about a year now, and
they told you I tried to train over there.
no, it was when I showed up to fight Alan Belcher, and I got disqualified because my coach was arguing with the referee in that fight with 60 seconds left in the fight to go the distance for the heavyweight champ. It was tough. So after that, I had a conversation with Coach Yogi, and I let him know, like, I'll be in the gym Monday. We fought Saturday, flew home Sunday. I was in the gym Monday training with Yogi. We started a 12-week camp to go fight Temple Arts on the biggest card in boxing last year, the Prime card, Misfits 10. And, we've been with him ever since, rocking with him. And, we trained with him against Tempo. We trained with him versus Minicon. He gives us a good game plan going into each and every fight. And, it's no different, training for Nick Nack. Nick Nack, we watched your fight with, what's his name, Big Sam on Influencer Fighter.
He's not a real fighter.
That was a crazy fight.
Like, you look great, but that guy should retire from the sport of boxing.
He should never step
in the first 5 seconds, he fell down by himself. And at that point, I knew you won the fight. After that, you just walked him in the corner, threw a couple uppercuts, and bro waved off the fight with knockout in 56 seconds.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
want to
put
say.
that clip on the screen right now.
You didn't even break a sweat fight in that guy, so that we just kind of just threw that fight.
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
it don't count.
So we watched your fight against Minicon probably 100 times, and then it's hard to find a lot of your fights online because you follow a lot of smaller promotions that don't really understand what the importance of filming is apparently.
Right.
And so a lot of our footage comes from like past training footages that you have, looking at your press conferences, your demeanor. Obviously, we keep up with you across all your social media platforms at Nick Nack Paddywhack if you guys also want to.
So you follow me on Pornhub too?
Not that one.
Oh, all right.
Well, I don't know.
Another boxing question I have for you. Do you care if you're A or B side? Like, will that affect your mental going
Wait, say that
into the
again?
fight? Do you care if you're A or B side? Or you just not
To
care?
be honest, I never understood like the A or B side. I know some people look at it like them if you're on this side, the B side you're an underdog, or people expect you to lose type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's exactly what it is.
yeah, but look how you turned out. You came out on the B side and you beat Minicon.
I was A side.
All right, what about the other few fights?
Tempo Arts, I was also A side.
You know what it is? That's what it is.
The only fight that I wasn't A side in was Bruckner.
All right. All right, then yeah. I don't understand.
You don't care?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care because
So basically, the premise of it is if you're B side, you get a shittier time. They normally give you the crappier hotel, which she's been to the fights.
It's true.
You get the worst hotel, you get the worst hotel rooms, you
Yeah.
get the worst schedule, so they make you do shit like either super early in the morning, super late at night. You are lower priority on transit. They just try to make your life a lot harder, and then when you walk first, and then you have to watch the second person watch. Normally, it doesn't mean you're the worst fighter; it just means you're the challenger.
Right. But
Yes.
I'm cool with walking first because that walk is definitely tiring. I get to sit there and relax in the ring and chill, and then you got to walk out and be all tired next. And then when the bell starts, you're a
I'm
little
concerned
exhausted.
if that walk is tiring.
It is because then when you walk upstairs, the stairmaster can continue walking up the stairs, walking down, and
A
then
whole 10 feet.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Put
because
you out of breath.
Everybody says he's worried about his gas tank. He's I've been working on the cardio.
but the thing is, you have to pose, you have to look cute. You wave here, you wave there, you put on the shorts, you walk down. Then when you get in the ring, you got to take off that
All
stuff.
this gear.
The gear. It's just like
Dude.
I'm not saying it's tiring as in like you're gonna be exhausted, but it's just like
It gives you more time to chill.
yeah.
Okay.
I got a question before you go on to the next question. My next question is when you are, because you're very active on Twitter and all this, are you taking part in like these Misfits Twitter spaces? Are you also having conversations amongst what's the word? The fans, the people that support us? Are you building an audience with?
I have to. You know what's crazy? I actually said I was gonna start doing that. I have to get back into the more creative space. I want to say by me not being picked up by Misfits in the last 2 years, I really just been focusing on making money in my businesses and working out and training. But now that I'm back in the space, I'm gonna have to really start being in the Twitter space. I go in the Twitter space and I listen to what everybody's talking about.
You got to talk in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
just
talk.
listen.
I talk probably in like 2 or 3, but it's a whole lot of
Stir the
nothing.
pot.
And there's nobody to stir the pot with. There's like for example, I would say Chase is probably the only person that I'm about to fight with a following that's worth fighting. Everybody else, there's no following. There's no experience. There's nothing to even push the fight to even sell a fight. I would say this. Chase probably is going to be my best opponent that's ever going to push the fight and actually have a decent following that makes sense to fight. Like I said, everybody I fought, there's nobody.
Yeah.
Even when
Especially with your last card.
Yeah, they'll say when I fight somebody, oh, you're fighting nobody. Yes, you don't know these people. I'm literally fighting these people so that ma'ams can see that I'm actually active and I
You're
want to get back.
smart.
Yeah.
And how many times have you tried to get back on the Misfits? Like actively, have you actually been trying and they just haven't put you
Bro,
on?
ma'ams will tell you right now, bro. Ma'ams will be like, bro, this guy is on my dick, mate, trying to get back on the card. That's how he'll sound.
Nice
This guy,
accent.
he'll say, yo, mate, he's
So what has been the holdup is my question. Like, why has he not put you on a card?
that I don't know. I really don't know. I've been like, bro, I text ma'ams once a month. Whenever somebody say they about to back out or they don't got nobody, I say, we ready. I'm ready.
Like,
Throw
put
me
me
in.
in.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready. Throw me in there. I even got my advisor Madison literally texting ma'ams every other day. Yo, Nick's ready. Yo, Nick just had a fight. Here's the content. Yo, Nick's ready. Nick's training right now. Nick's going to a podcast with da. Nick's ready. Nick, throw Nick in there.
Would you ever rematch Minicon?
That's the whole point of me trying to lose weight because he's not coming back up.
Yeah. No.
I'm not going to retire until I beat Minicon.
You know, when they told me I was fighting you, ma'am Taylor, I said, how much is Nick Nack weighing? And he told me that you weighed 240 pounds. That is not.
He did.
I can get to 240.
He's like, you want to fight Nick Knight? About 240. I said, oh,
It's like
shit.
40, 245.
That's what he said. How much you weigh?
I weigh about 290 or 280. I haven't checked. I haven't checked in 2 weeks, and I've been fasting. I've been
So
doing it.
you will be my largest opponent I've ever fought.
What tempo was?
270.
I'm gonna get the 270. I'm gonna.
He's 265.
He's 270. Right?
I'm gonna get the 270.
You can do that.
In a month, you're gonna get 270.
That's easy.
That's more than a month. Like a month and a half.
That's easy.
We betting a meal on this or what?
All right.
A bottle.
I'll bet you a whole day of eating that you don't get to 270.
A whole day eating. That's
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And
I do that now. Let me. I wish I could show you my fasting.
What do you eat?
What I eat?
Yeah.
Water. Let me show you. Look, this is 44 hours of fasting.
How did you get the timer on your phone like that?
Oh, it's easy. Just pull up the widgets on the app. Just hold it.
You haven't eaten in 44 hours?
Yeah, it's easy. It's all a mental thing. Whenever money's behind it, you can train yourself to do anything.
So you haven't, oh my, I could never.
I normally do 23 and 1. I'll go.
You don't even do juices, like a juice cleanse?
No, you don't need to do that. That's still fattening. Whenever you take the fruit and whatever it is and you're straightening it down to liquid, it's still gonna keep fattening it. You got to eat that regularly.
Oh my goodness. That's a mental game. I mean, good for you.
Yeah, the fasting and the working out,
So how often are you fasting?
I fast every day.
You gotta eat sometime.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
Yeah, I do 23 and 1. I do 23 hours of fasting and I do 1 hour of eating, but I don't use the whole 1 hour.
Does that not kill your metabolism?
No, it actually makes your body start to work. It dig into your system and start gaining the muscle and mass that you need.
It breaks down your fat.
It breaks down your fat and it helps you, whenever you drink liquor, it slows your body down for like 2 weeks to even start losing weight. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go work 3-4 times out or get on stem medicine for 50 minutes type of thing.
Oh yeah, you'd be watching his Snapchat stories.
When I got Chase's number the other day, it just popped up and I was like, let me see if he's verified on there. And then
that's
everything.
I had to make sure I'm not, like I said, I wasn't familiar with Chase. Like my only time seeing Chase was on
2020 magazine covering Women's Health magazine and Men's Health last year.
No, I'm not trying.
Reality TV star.
I'm not trying to discredit your work. Like I just wasn't in that lane. Like how like my following is like different types.
Yeah.
And your following is like you got this upscale, this look, this reality TV industry type of vibe. My following is not that.
Where does your following come from?
The hood, World Star, the Shade Room, neighborhood.
Wildin' Out?
No, I was never big on Wildin' Out. I was never big on Wildin' Out. I just had an opportunity that was presented to me and Dan, and
that's how it happened?
Yeah, that's how it happened.
So how many years have you been in the space of like creating content?
I started creating content in 2010 on Facebook.
No way.
I used to go on Facebook and mimic Dr. Martin Luther King with basketball goggles that you couldn't see at the bottom. And they used to be like, I'll say something like, I have a dream, and I'll make up something I have a dream about. And then it just carried on to me just creating type of skits. And then Vine came out it was around at that time, but I started blowing up on Vine around 2012, 2013 when I got to college, and I just started putting out Black community content. BCC.
So how old are you?
I just turned 30 in January.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you just turned 27.
29, 28.
I'm 40.
With them glasses, it's definitely giving.
I'm an old soul.
Yeah, it's definitely giving.
Oh my goodness. I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
You've obviously seen some of Chase's more controversial fights, like Stevie Knight, he punched him when he was down. Does that worry you at all going into this fight on August 10th, or what does that weigh on your mind?
No, I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by a light-skinned man hitting another black man while he's on the floor.
That's right. What's the cop's name? What's his name? Who's the cop that had George Floyd at his ass? What was his name?
I don't know his name.
The white dude. That's gonna be me.
That's gonna be you? All right, cool. I gotta go in this crazy then. I gotta go in there ready to whoop your ass.
I can't breathe. I know.
Chase. Anyways, Chase, are you excited for this upcoming fight on August 10th?
Oh, I couldn't be more excited. Miami, Florida. We get to go to the South, where he's from. Obviously, I don't know if you count Florida as the South. It's got their own shit going on over there.
No, I'm from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans. Listen, there's no hurricanes going on that weekend other than the one that's going to happen in the ring.
It's hurricane season. It
It's
pops up.
hurricane. Yeah, I'll be there. Hurricane Chase is coming. August 10th, Miami, Florida. I couldn't be more excited to get back into the ring. It's been too long since I tallied another chin around the neck. So I'll be happy to be there to add to my resume.
Okay, okay. And let's lighten the mood a little bit with a more of a fun question.
Okay.
If you were an anime character, who would you be?
I would be Jin Woo from Solo Leveling.
Okay.
You were ready with that one.
Yeah.
Do
Here's
you
like,
not
I
see
got
my
it.
tattoos? I have
Oh, okay.
anime everywhere. Luffy right here.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you watch anime?
Do I?
No, him.
Oh.
If I was an anime character, I'm Itachi.
You're done.
Unbeatable.
Very.
Unbeatable. I can only beat myself.
No, you're beatable.
Who beat Itachi?
Sasuke.
We've opened a can of worms.
Yeah, we
It's
definitely
not.
did. All right.
Why did I ask?
Yeah, all right. You did it.
I should have not asked.
I just want. How did Sasuke beat Itachi?
He prepared his brother for the future to beat him. He didn't have the skills or the courage to kill his own little brother. So Sasuke had to end him in order to get to the ultimate goal for why his village was destroyed.
Itachi let him kill him
Exactly.
because he wasn't beatable.
He was very beatable.
I'm about to open up this Rasengan on your ass August 10th. Don't you worry.
Oh no.
Wait, didn't when he was reanimated, didn't they kill him when he was reanimated?
It doesn't count though.
It does count.
It's not the same.
He doesn't have a will to. He doesn't have his own will to not fight. He's forced to have to kill them. He had unalive them. He's forced to have to beat them up. He doesn't have no will. He's already.
the only guy
Okay, you guys can fight about this in the ring.
The strongest ninja clan. He killed all of them by himself.
All right.
Oh my god.
Without like.
If you would have said Madara, I would have gave you that, but Itachi, no.
Itachi's way stronger than Madara.
No.
Okay. Anyways.
Madara took on every clan.
Madara would lose to Gaara.
No. All right, back to you.
Okay, we're gonna continue to lighten the mood. Hopefully, Chase, do you want to tell them about the TikTok drama that's going on? Have you seen it? Do you watch TikTok, or is that?
Oh yeah. So just to catch you up on this TikTok drama right now, switching segments. I don't know if you've seen the drama about the black girl that went to Mexico with her mans and the girls' trip, and she brought the broke girl to come, and the broke girl had like $130 in her bank account.
I know I haven't heard of it, but it sounds like a very familiar situation that goes on every day in this world.
So basically, moral of the story. So this girl decides she wants to go on a girls' trip. She's super viral on TikTok right
It's a birthday trip.
It's a
for one of
birthday
her
trip for one of her friends,
Mhm.
right? And so she doesn't know the other girls in the group. She wants to go to support a friend for her birthday. She asked the girl, she's like, "Can I bring my mans with me? Because girls like to drink.
Mhm.
It'd be nice to have like a mans. He's super chill, whatever." She's like, "Oh yeah, sure." Well, they got their own separate hotel room, this and that. So she decides to go on the girls' trip. While at the girls' trip, they all go out to a dinner together.
Mhm.
So when the bill comes, they don't split the bill up. They bring her the bill, and everybody's like, "Okay, I'll just Venmo you, blah blah blah."
And never been more.
So she got the bill, she paid for it, and all the girls Venmo her except one of the girls who was friends of the bride.
Mhm.
Let's call
friend
her
of the birthday girl.
friend of the birthday. Let's call her Kiki. Kiki. She don't know Kiki.
Right.
Kiki's just there, waiting on a Venmo. So Kiki texted her separate a screenshot of her bank account that had $130 in it.
Mhm.
Separately so she don't got to get embarrassed in front of the group, this and that. And so she gets a text when she looks at it. She don't know this girl that well. All she knows is the girl texted her and Kiki texted her, and now the girl's looking at it like, "Why'd you come on a trip to Mexico with $130 in your bank account?" Right?
Right.
And so whatever, she kind of like lets it go. Didn't even want to tell the birthday girl because it's her time right now. So they go back to they go back out to the clubs. They getting drunk. They getting lit. Whatever. They get back to the hotel room, and the girl starts talking about how she got a man's back home.
Right.
And while she's on the trip, she's hooking up with another guy there. And the guy, she ends up sleeping with that guy to get $100 to pay for the dinner from the night before.
Wow.
While she claims she got a man. And so the girl is sitting there going like, if you got a man back home, why is your man not sending you any money? Right? While he's on this girl's trip, right? So now she's cheating on the girl's trip and she broke, right? So now they go out, they're partying all the next day. That night, her friend, the birthday girl, gets really drunk. And she's trying to find like her hotel room. Mind you, at the beginning of the story, I told you they're in different hotel rooms,
Yeah.
right? So she can't find her hotel room, whatever. So she's asking the friend, like, where's your guys' hotel room? She's hella drunk. She don't remember, right?
Mhm.
So the birthday girl's now throwing up in the toilet. The girl who brought her mans is like helping the birthday girl throw up in the toilet, holding her hair back, letting her throw up.
Yeah.
While the girl goes and finds the reception to ask like where the hotel room is. So once she finds out the hotel room is, she came back to the hotel room and she saw the same broke girl that hooked up for $100 was now in the bathroom with her mans with her bottoms out, coochie out and all. Standing out there while the man's is just trying to hold up the friends here. And the man's is sitting there not really know what to do because the girl's thrown up in the toilet. Now there's coochie and booty all over in front of her. And she's screaming at him like, I need to use the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. So the girl, she's trying to keep her composure together. The girl's telling Kiki like, where's your room? We need to get you about this bathroom. You here with my mans, right? So we got him back to the room and she like took her charger or something like that. And so the next day when she wakes up, she got a dead phone now because she can't find her charger. So she went and asked the girl for her charger back. And the girl said, I never took your charger. Mind you, she got the newer iPhone. She's the only one with the USB-C port, whatever. And she goes, I didn't take your charger. Or whatever charger I took didn't work on my phone, so I threw it away. So the girl threw away her charger now. So now they ain't got no phone chargers. She ain't got no money. She was in the bathroom with her man with the coochie out. And she came to the trip with no money. Mind you, and this happened through the course of the weekend. There's a bunch of parts to it. But just stopping there before the story gets too long. At what point do you decide who is in the right and who's in the wrong?
All right, one, the male was in the wrong because if I know a girl's in the bathroom throwing up, I'm not going there to help her. I'm not going to do that because that's just going to open up a whole nother space for my girl to be like, oh, you was trying to do some weird stuff behind my back, da 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 da. So one, he was wrong for that. Two, the broke friend is also wrong because if you know you ain't got no money, don't come on a trip and don't go out selling your body for no $100. If you go to Dominican Republic, that's the lowest they go. You know what I'm saying? So you got higher standards. You at least try to do 250, 300.
How do you know that in the Dominican?
Listen, you go to the Dominican Republic and you sit there and say, "Que lo que, mommy?" I'm telling you, they're gonna hound you like a pack of ravens or vultures on top of you, trying to. Where you wanna go, papi? They don't care how you look. They don't care how you look.
The bread.
They look at me and think I'm Dominican pop because look at the hair, the glasses, the chest out.
Dominican poppy.
But I'm letting you know, like as a female from America, you should not be selling nothing less than 500. So if you out there in Mexico and you linking up with other Americans, and then you should at least said 500. That would have covered your whole trip at least. You know, a decent price. 100 is too low and 5,000 is too much. So 500 would have been a good decent price.
Settle it.
Yeah, and third, the friends that we like, they're wrong last because whenever you're going on a trip as a female, all females have trips planned out ahead of time with an itinerary, how much everything costs. So you collect stuff beforehand before even going out there, so you know how much you have to have before you go out there. You know what I'm saying? So if they would have said we was doing a dinner, it's gonna cost us $65 per person. We're doing a yacht and we're doing jet ski, it's gonna be $105.
Girls are planned. We know.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, and then the broke girl, she's wrong again because how you get drunk with no money? How you get? If I'm broke, I'm
the bar.
Listen. If even if the shots are $2, $3, if I'm broke, I'm drinking water all day. I'm gonna act drunk. I'm not doing it because then I don't have no money for the stuff. If you gonna buy it from me, I'm gonna have to repay you, and I already don't have it. So it's like I'm already in a hole. So
everybody's in the wrong in this situation.
Pretty much, but you know, there's priority to who's wronger.
Who's wrongest?
The wrongest, earlying. You know, all that.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just one of those situations where it's just like, for me, I see where he was at because if, like, for example, I was on a trip with my girl and her friend was like throwing up. Like, I feel like, I don't know what it is. It's like, if I was on a girl's trip with my girl, I feel like as the man,
But she's a stranger, though.
She is a stranger, but you also take on the role of, like, essentially, like, they brought you essentially to look after everybody so that they could get drunk.
The only way I would back her up with anything is if there's about to be a girl fight. I'm like, oh, you ain't about to touch my bitch, move. Like, I'll be your friend for that one moment, but just like anything other than that, like,
you're not going to be doing the most.
I'm not going to be doing the most because I don't know you from Shift Trigger. I don't know a can of paint. I don't know what you're willing to do. Like, I went to go downstairs to get the concierge. You up here, all of a sudden your drawers down now, and now you're giving the toilet seat head. So I don't know what you would do next.
Exactly.
It could be one of those very awkward situations.
Very.
Going into like the little next segment, like we talked a lot about like that drama, but I just want to ask you a couple questions. So you back in like 2018, 19, you blew up on Vine. You're one of like the original Black content creators on there.
I would say 2013, 2014.
2013. What was like, okay, this is going to be a two-part question. The first part is like, what was like the first initial, you're like, I want to be a content creator with this. And the second thing is, which is the video that blew you up?
All right. So To be honest, it was just the app, and I was just having fun on it. Like, you know how whenever you first download the app, you're like, oh, let me see what the hype about. Let me see whatever.
Like testing the
You just
waters.
testing the waters. I get on there. I'm already doing stuff on Facebook. So I just took whatever I did on Facebook and brought it over to Vine. Like nothing was going viral. Everything was lame. Like 6 seconds. I was like, how can I be creative in 6 seconds? I normally need like
Such a short amount of
a
time.
short amount of time. But they had this one video, and then after I had that one video, I got the hang of it because I understood dark humor, dry comedy. I just understood work, and I understood relatable comedy. So my first video that blew up, that got a lot of million views, was when a microwave go off, you dance to it. You know what I'm saying? You got that little be like beep, 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 and everybody was like, "Yo, that's really relatable." And they just start reposting. And then I started putting out content of how black people be, how black women be, and then I came up with this one series I had. It was called "Where the Milk At." Whenever there's a bounce artist named Katie Red from my city, she has a song called "Where the Melf At." It's a neighborhood, and basically I changed the word "melf" to "milk." So whenever you like how Dora always said, "Do you know where such and such is at?" and it'll be in the background hiding anything, I'll be dancing like a New Orleans dance saying where the milk at, and it just kept blowing up all over and over, and it just went viral, and everybody just started saying where the milk at.
And so, how did that transition into? I know you went on Wild and now you're very close with Dancing Dan Rue. Like, talk to me about that.
So there was a arc. You watch anime, you know, it's an arc. There was an arc before I got to Dan. I was actually doing skits and stuff with my homie McAshel, my homie Donovan, my brother Tarzan. He plays in Top Gun and Mission Impossible 7. He's the only black guy, so he's a cool person. And Super in Tokyo. Super, she's a millionaire. She has her own clothing. A fashion line or whatever. We was already shooting stuff as a group called Black Ranked, because King Batch and everybody else had their own stuff called Ranked. So we felt like we was the black version, and we just linked up every day and just shot skits and everything. But we couldn't split $5,000 between all five of us. Sometimes it'd be 2,000. We couldn't split all that, so we just went our separate ways and just started making our own content. And then I ran into Dan. Dan was actually roommates with Odell Beckham at LSU. So whenever Odell would be training, Dan would come to Tigerland. He'd be dancing and everything in his black car. He'd pull up with the beard out, getting all the white women, black women, and everything. And then there was time where Dan was at his lowest. He really just wanted to just shoot content because he had family problems back home. So he was like, "Bro, let's shoot skits. I want to shoot skits with you." I was like, "You sure you ready for this skit life? You want to, shoot skits every day, but you want to shoot skits?" He's like, "Yeah." So we shot a few skits, and the one skit we shot was me bullying him, and him just how that one bully that swing back, and it did good. And then after that, we was just like, "Bro, I don't want to do skits anymore. Let's just go around
Like doing right.
terrorizing people, like doing dumb stuff." So I started mimicking this other bounce artist named Big Chew, and he started mimicking another bounce dancer, and we're just going random places, and we just added some flair to it. Like we'll just start stealing stuff. I'm like, "Oh no, Dan, baby. That's a nasty Peter Pan, baby. Oh, you just put too much waste in it, Dan. You got, what are you doing, baby?" And he'll just take some, he'll run, and everybody just they like the commentary, they like his meme actions, and it blew up.
What do you think about there being certain people who just blow up out of nowhere, like King Botch? You were talking about him earlier, or like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, like especially on Vine. Since
I do
that's what came
believe
through.
I do believe they didn't just blow up out of nowhere. I do believe they actually had an audience where they're from, and they gained that audience. I think once they moved to LA and they started working on with these apps to blow up these apps, I think a lot of these apps pushed a lot of people their way, pushed them onto us. Because I didn't even know who they was when I first got on the app, but I was already following them, and it was always on my
Like
explore page.
automatic,
Yeah,
like an
like
industry
it was on
push.
MySpace. We was automatically following Tom. I didn't fuck with Tom. Tom, what the fuck?
You're like, who are you?
Tom, you don't like no pictures. You don't comment on that. Tom, get the fuck. I told Tom, yeah, but
Sick.
but it's still cool because the content that they put out is still funny content. Like,
So it's like you're gonna keep following.
yeah, because the whole goal back then when you blew up on Vine was to link up with Logan Paul, Jake Paul, King Batch, and all them other people. Because now you're within that crowd, that industry. Being in LA, being on Vine, oh yeah, used to have link up parties. I used to be jealous. I'm like, one day.
You're like, I'll be out there.
Yeah, one
eventually.
day, yeah. And that was the whole point. Once me and Dan blew up on Instagram, we was like, let's just go move out there. So we moved out there with like it was me plus five people. We was in one townhouse, 3 bedroom. Me and Tarzan had to lay foot to head in the master bedroom. Yep, everybody else had their own room. So we made it work, and everybody's dreams just started coming true.
And you and Dan are still friends right now?
That's my brother. Yeah, we still cool. It's just like I said, you can't split the same $2,000, $5,000 all the time. There's no money in that. I'm married now. I gotta take care of my wife.
Now my uncle is Dan black? Like, is he like?
Oh, Dan's white.
Like he got like the beard. It's like super.
So that's the Louisiana in him. We call it passe blonde. Yeah, so you got all the characteristics of a black male. You could dance.
Yeah, I
You
can
got
never
the
see he
black
dresses
beard.
like a black dude. Like,
Yeah, but you know, when you look underneath Dan's hat, you know, you still see the white hair.
he wears a hat all the time too. So it's like
He wear a hat, but he got a man bun too. He got a man bun. But he got what you got. Sometimes he'll have it braided with a little bun at the top.
I'm dead.
It's his swag. Like Dan was in a neighborhood full of black people. He's been around it his whole life. So you can see where he get his demeanor and his characteristics from and why he's so in love with black women. It's not because it's a fetish to him, it's because that's what he was raised and he loved to be around. He embraced that culture.
Wild and Out. Talk to me about that. How did you get that opportunity and what happened with that?
The opportunity really came to Dan. But by Dan not being able to talk, when we did the tryout, they really didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? But I
Was he just shy?
No, it was a gimmick. So you have to have this thing that make people gravitate towards you. Why you became famous, why people would want to watch you.
Knick knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone.
And I would really break character to really try to like do the games and jokes and stuff that they had. Like, granted, I wasn't the best. You know, I still tried. We would actually shoot like 3-hour episodes, and they only show you 30 minutes. I would actually try my best. You know what I'm saying? And Dan really wasn't like saying anything, but you know, he does his meme stuff. So, you know, they really didn't want me. So it was really more like we really wanted Dan. We just brought you on to, you know, because we fuck with both of y'all. But
You just do one season?
I did 2 seasons.
I mean, that sounds like they liked you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with the first, like, I wasn't making no money just being there, just sitting there watching. It got to the point where I was being supportive. Like, I was actually like, I wasn't going to be on this show. I said, well, let me go backstage, run some music for when people come chill, pull out some food. You know, being like a good person, like hype them up, like, oh, that was a good show. You did a good job, man. I like that one joke. Because I didn't want to be like the jealous person, like that didn't get on the show. You know what I'm saying? Even when Dan went up there, I was happy for everybody. I was that one person that cared for everybody to go out there and shine. Because I know Wild 'N Out is also a stepping stone to like something bigger.
So what do you do now that you're kind of taking a step back from content creation other than the boxing?
Oh, so I have I just started my own 2 businesses like years ago. I have my own travel agency. That's why I said women always have travel plans. I have my own travel agency called We Live Adventures. And basically, I bring up to 100 to 150 people out the country, affordable places, and we go out and party with the locals. And my other business is I have my own liquor brand called Ami. It means friend in every language, whether you look at it in Italian, Spanish, what else?
Why don't you just call it friend? I feel like that's universal.
No, but all the sexy drinks that normally sell, like they either French or they Spanish.
So you had to have like an
When you hear Hennessy, you're like, well, that sound fire. And then when you hear Douce,
It does not sound fire.
but I have a brown, so my brown is a cognac / brandy, and anything that's a cognac / brandy, it has to be sourced in Cognac, France, and everything over there in Cognac, France have a sexy cognac name.
This is obviously we talk about dating on this podcast. I know you mentioned earlier that you were married. Can you talk a little bit about your marriage?
Yeah, I got married in 2023 in April.
Oh, so it's been a year.
Yeah, I got married. We did the Vegas thing, and then
Shotgun marriage.
yeah, and we just did it for the papers. But then we ended up going to Cancun and getting married and for Halloween, a day before Halloween.
How did you guys meet?
I met my wife at the Fetty Wap performance.
I love Fetty Wap.
Yeah, but me and Dan was actually booked to beat up with Fetty Wap at a club on Hollywood Boulevard, and she was there with one of her other famous friends, just chilling, and her and the homegirls, they was just like, can we get a picture? And I gave him a picture, and I asked her, did she want one? She was like, I don't even know who you are.
I don't know you.
I was like, oh yeah, that turned me on. I gotta see what you about now.
Okay, so the rest is history.
Yeah, she was already taken at the time, so I was just she
Soccer got a goalie, but that don't mean nothing. You can still score.
Yeah, but she already had a ring on, like she was already
Oh,
engaged.
she was engaged.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Dang, you must have some gang.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes when somebody's not happy, you know, you gotta just step in and make them happy. You know?
That's crazy statement. You know what's funny about the Fetty Wap situation is Gab one time met Fetty Wap. We're at a bar in.
I was a little intoxicated.
We were at the Ohio State football game versus Minnesota, and she was at a bar. This is like when I first met her. She was this guy was talking to her this whole time. It was Fetty Wap, but she didn't know who
I
Fetty
didn't
Wap
know.
was. And so everybody was like watching her talk to Fetty Wap for probably like 2 hours, right? And so we ended up like, leaving, and then she didn't know who she was talking to, and I was like, "That was Fetty Wap." She goes, "Because she knows the name, she knows what he
You
looks
know what
like."
he looked like.
And I go, "Yes, it's Fetty Wap." She's like, "How do you know?" I was like,
That's a double entendre.
"Just."
You didn't know what Fetty Wap looks
I
like.
was very
It's a bar.
drunk too, so that just did not help.
I
the
was like, you
situation.
don't miss a milky eye. Like,
I was like, I was just
I
talking.
mean,
I wasn't looking.
you know what a milky
No,
eye
I
is.
said I was looking at the other eye. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what she said. I
You didn't have
see
eye
that.
patch on?
I
It
don't
was just-
remember.
It was just out. It was just
Yeah.
out. And I go, you were like, what were you looking at? She's like, I guess I was just looking at the other eye.
Oops.
I guess you
It
saw
was a
something.
long night. It was a long day.
But you said, so your wife was actually already married.
No, she was married. She was engaged.
She was engaged. So what was your ploy? Like, hey, like I see you got a wedding ring on here, but I'm completely confident that I'm gonna remove that wedding ring from your
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't really on me. It was really more so like she was already going through it with him, and she was already fed up with him. Like,
So they were gonna end
she
it.
was on a verge of like, and then, you know, sometimes you make stuff work.
Mhm.
She tried to make it work, and it was at the point to where, like, you know, like I came in and I was making her happy. And this is why I chose her, because like being in this lane, Chase, you know, there's a lot of females that want what we want. They see what we got, they want to put their finger in the pot and grab whatever they want to splurge on.
Exactly.
She was spending her own money to come hang out with me. Like she would spend money on $100 Ubers to come way to like top of Burbank where I lived at to come like stay by me and chill with me. And I was like, damn, how much that Uber was? She was like, it was about 120 there and back. I said, okay, you meet me halfway. I like that, because a lot of other girls they
Never do that.
They never do that. They was like, you gonna Uber me too? You Uber me back?
And
Yeah,
get my
like that-
flight, and get my hotel, and pay for all my dinner.
And that's what made me want her, because like she met me halfway. Now
She's
it's like
independent.
now I don't even like her lifting her finger to do anything. I just try to take care of it beforehand.
Are you the type of guy? Because like I've been called a misogynist myself every once in a while, believe it or not. But like, are you the type of guy that you believe like if that's your woman and you protect her, like you'll pay for her meals, you'll pay for her to do everything? Is that the type of guy you are?
Yeah, but the only reason why I'm comfortable with doing that is if I get that same energy back. If I tell you like go wash like I should have to tell you wash dishes, clean the house type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do your job, I'm gonna do my job. I'm not saying you have a job, but I'm saying like I can't be doing everything.
You and me, like I swear to God, because I say like there's different jobs, and I say like if we sleeping in the bed and somebody break into that house and you hear it downstairs, I know you don't expect her to get up and go check it out. You got to get up and you got to go check out who just broke into your house. And I always say, if I'm willing to put my life on the line, can you please just make sure I got clean clothes to go work out in the morning? That's all I ask.
That's we used to argue about a lot of stuff because she's so used to like not being able to have to lift a finger with anything.
What does she do?
Well, she runs a lot of businesses. She actually used to manage and run the Winnell Spa, and she ran Color Coat right there on in West Hollywood. She used to run that spot before we moved. She actually she had a hand in a lot of businesses. She managed a lot of people Instagrams and built their following too. So she really just like
she's a hard worker.
Yeah, hard worker.
Coming to the fight August 10th.
She gonna be there.
Okay.
She actually said that. She said, "Baby, I'm just telling you now. I just know Chase is gonna say something about me at the fight. Do not get mad." I said, "Bro, Chase said whatever the fuck he gonna say, bro. He said it with a lot of people. I do not care what Chase says." I said, "Just."
I won't bring your wife. I won't bring your wife into this. Stevie Knight, I did bring his wife into it, but only because Stevie Knight's wife was a bottle service girl that I knew prior that a lot of my friends had already hooked up with, and she was talking crazy. She said,
She was DMing you.
She said, not even like. First of all, you should never DM another man. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care if I'm trolling, talking about. She was messaging me back more than he was messaging me back, as well as she said, not even Drake could make me leave my man. I love him, and then showed up to the fight. Talked more crap than he did at the press conferences, was just running her mouth. And here's the most messed up story, and I never told this story to this day, but after the fight, technically he won, whatever. He was having a baby, and he was at the hospital, and I found out which hospital they were at, and so I got a little package together to send to him. And inside the package was going to be some flowers, some balloons, some chocolates, and then I put the gloves that I knocked his ass out in. Like the glove, I signed it and I put it in there. And I was getting ready to send this off to him. On my way to the post office to ship and send it, I found out that him and his wife, God bless her, had a miscarriage.
Yeah, it was. Like,
so I'm glad that I saw that before I like sent that package off, because even there's a difference between promoting a fight and just being a prick. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I was glad to know you got a heart.
Shock.
I won't bring your wife into this, but if you got pets, any outfits.
I know. See now the pets is where I draw the line. You can say anything for my wife, but the pets is crazy.
You can say anything about my life, but not the pets. Wow.
No, I'm playing, but I understand. Like, so by me being from New Orleans, I have tough skin. Like, you can joke me all day. You can say anything. You can. It's really not gonna hurt me. And I do that to my wife all day. I really just jab at her all day and get her tough skin up because I get her to jab back at me because
No, I do it.
I don't never want my girl to feel like, oh,
Like
a guy shoot at her and she turns it down and be like, oh, you raggedy, da da da.
And start crying.
Yeah, and be mad about it and then call me to come fight him and I get my ass whooped. It can really be so simple. It would be so simple. You could just be like, okay, all right. You just not even talk to him. So I jab at her all day so that I can toughen her skin.
No, yeah, I'm not. I don't. I mean, she don't shoot 2 shots at me. I ain't got no shots there. I always love seeing. Obviously, like this is a smaller card, so we want as many people there as possible because it was a pay-per-view card. And now, we get to fight in beautiful Miami, Florida, which is already crazy enough.
Right.
That's a blessing in itself, and we get to fight in the U.S. But I hope to see her there, and obviously, I'm glad that you guys are all happily married in a year, and I'm glad I get to start your second summer off together with her helping you out of the hospital. So I mean, I get to help this part too. So
You plan on getting married anytime soon?
bro, I don't even got a girlfriend. Getting married, like, come on.
So like
Good luck.
after you find the perfect match, like what's the next step after that?
See, that's the thing is like, so for me, and I said, and it's kind of like you touched on this a little bit earlier. It's hard for us to find specific type of women because I feel like as men we can be very blinded by what women look like, and they understand that that's their biggest asset. Their ass is their biggest asset in a lot of cases, and I think that with us in particular, like, oh, you got some clout, you're good looking light skinned boy, and you're kind of okay looking, you know what I mean? Regardless, I think that they'll come to you and they'll tell you everything you want to hear. You bring them along, and they're only there while you're successful. But when shit gets hard, they're never going to be there for you at the end of the day. And that's something that I've always struggled with, especially coming from reality television, doing dating shows in particular. My audience is a very different audience than yours, where you come from like a hood audience and funny. Mine is very serious, like hopeless romantics that think that they understand and know who you are to a T from watching 10 hours of a 2-month experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to finding a girl or getting married or getting a girlfriend, it becomes really difficult because everywhere you go, and she's been with me places, it's like they're taking pictures of you. They're
It's always the
making up
girls, the drunk
stories.
girls.
Drunk girls are like falling into you. Like if you don't want to take a photo and you don't want to, them to touch you, you say anything to them, you're the biggest asshole in the world. And now they're on TikTok telling a story about how
Like
the
a
one time they met
fake
you, this and that. And it's just like, I don't, as a black man, believe it or not, I am black, guys.
No, we see it. We know it's not a 10.
I'm halfway there. You get like if it comes down to you and another girl who, looks a little bit different, saying you did something to her, the odds in your favor are probably not going to be there. And I understood that growing up. So I never wanted to put myself in that situation. So I'm very reserved when it comes to women.
Right.
So that's where I'm at.
I
So
respect
kudos to you for finding a wife because, I think
It might take him a little longer.
I mean, so I found my wife based off of just who I surround myself with. You surround yourself with a lot of buff men, creatine, and no facial hair, chiseled chin, and all the beautiful white women that like to go to the gym and take pictures. So I mean, you in that atmosphere. So I just stopped going.
love our snowboard.
Oh.
Shout out Michelle.
I just noticed that when I stopped going to the club and I stopped buying sections and I stopped going to strip club throwing money, I just noticed that a lot of people that I was welcoming to be around me, they're no longer around.
You surround yourself with better
Yeah, you surround yourself with better people. I'm not saying you don't do that now because I mean you got her next to you and you got the podcast, so a lot of stuff is working out for y'all.
I've taken her to the strip club.
My first ever one. He forced me to go.
Was it a black strip club?
The one in New Orleans. We went to
Spades?
Is that the nice one? The one that's right there, like near the alley, and it's like a club. It's like an actual club.
He literally handed me.
It's in the alley?
He gave it to the girl.
It's like an actual club. I think it is Spades though.
I don't know. It was purple.
It's probably Pressure. That's the only. The Pressure was the only.
One of them was nicer than the other one. One of them was like semi-clubby. On Bourbon Street.
Oh no. You went on Bourbon Street. No.
Yeah, we went on
Yeah,
birthday.
you probably went to Rick's Cabaret or something like that.
The fact that he has every strip club utilized,
That is.
it's a red flag.
Oh, you went to Penthouse.
Penthouse. That's what it
Penthouse.
was. It was Penthouse.
Yeah, that's definitely it's Spanish white, some blacks over there.
Hey, man.
That's skinny black
Oh,
women.
it's stars.
Skinny black women go over there. That's where the white men go off of bourbon. If you go to Spades or Pressure, then then you'll see a lot of, yeah, real strip club.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Be sure to keep an eye out for the August 10th fight in Miami, Florida. If you guys want to see these two go head to head, you guys will finally find out who the champion will be once and for all. So keep an eye out for that. And
See if Nick can walk away with this thing.
we will see you guys in the next
Can I
one.
make a light joke real quick?
Yeah.
If you look at us on this camera, we look like a box of Napolitan ice cream. Like you're like the vanilla, he's the cherry, and I'm like the chocolate. If you really look at it,
And I plan on putting a cherry on top of this thing. August 10th in Miami, Florida. Thank you so much, Nick Dad, for coming on the podcast. #1 podcast in the world. I'm Noah's Chase Demoor.
And Gabrielle Moses.
and I'm your guest, Nick Knight Patty Wag.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.